Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to take a look inside of this 1959 Fender Esquire. This is a guitar that I bought a couple weeks ago in a small town just outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I actually filmed the whole experience of going to buy it and bringing it home and playing it for the first time. So if you want to check that out, it's on my channel. But today I want to take a look inside and try to authenticate some of the components here, maybe find some date codes, because this is kind of an interesting and rare guitar. To start, it's a Fender Esquire, which means it has a single bridge pickup, no neck pickup. This is also a weird transitional time for the Telecaster because it's the first year they went to the Brazilian rosewood slab board. Also at this time, there were a number of these guitars that were the top loader bridge, which means that the strings do not go through the body. They just go through the bridge here. And as you can see on the back, there are no string through holes. So this is a true top loader guitar, but all these things combined, it's kind of a weird one. So I figured it would be interesting to get in there and document whatever we can find. There should also be a body date in the bridge pickup cavity. They were handwritten there. Let's go ahead and throw it on the bench and check this thing out. All right, so we've got the guitar on the bench here, and I've already pulled the strings. And one thing I want to do real quickly here, I like to do this on all of the vintage guitars I come across because these guitars can vary, and I think that's part of the fun of it because they might be heavier or lighter, different neck shapes, different values on the pickups because they were still very handmade, so there's a lot of variation in them. But I want to take some neck measurements here. The width at the nut is about 1.63. The first fret depth is a mere 0.79, which is a common characteristic of these 59, 60 neck shapes. They're really thin at the first fret. It's something I like personally. At the 12th fret, we are at 1.99. That's pretty standard, about, close to 2 inches there. And then 12th fret depth is about 0.98. Again, that's pretty standard across most Fender guitars. So classic 59 neck shape, very thin feeling here at the first fret, but very comfortable to play for me. The other thing I like to do is take measurements on the pickups because they all vary differently, and you come across some that sound great and others that maybe don't. I've got this on the 3rd position here. So this is just bridge pickup wired straight to the volume pot. So this should be a pretty decent reading in terms of accuracy. 7.3 on the reading of that bridge pickup. So that seems pretty high. I was thinking more along the lines of 6.5-ish. From what I can remember, maybe 7K on some tele pickups, but that's pretty hot. Now this guitar sounds, pretty hot. It doesn't look like it's been rewound or anything, so we'll certainly get in there and check it out. I mean, in looking at the pickup here, it looks pretty original. So let's take off the neck and see what's in this neck pocket. Most likely there's no neck date like I mentioned, but hopefully we can find some original finish and who knows what else. And there's your 38,000 serial neck plate. Like I said, that's pretty early for a slab board 59. Pretty tight neck pocket, which is not important, but matters to some people. And this looks good. This is a good sign here, guys. Let me zoom in for you so you can see what I'm looking at. First thing to notice is that this guitar was originally blonde, and you can see the original blonde finish here. Another really nice sign is that the paint has transferred to the neck, so it goes to show that this neck and this body are original to each other. A couple details on the neck here. I think my 59 Strat has this same kind of, I don't know, it looks like a C maybe. And then also these two dots right here, they're some kind of impression marks, but they're found on a lot of the guitars from this period. You've got your classic router mark there. If you can see it here with me, there's no neck date, which was expected, but otherwise it looks great. The truss rod is in fantastic condition. It's really not been messed with, so that's awesome. Looking here in the neck pocket, if we can zoom in a little bit more maybe. Original finish and another marking there, pencil mark in the neck pocket. This is the original white pickguard, which some people claim, you know, that doesn't look right. You know, it's too white, but the plastic that they used in the 1950s on Strats, Tellys, it did not age like the later green guards did. So this is the factory pickguard, although I will say it's got some sandpaper looking scratches going on. It could have been painted at one time, and I'm actually seeing evidence of maybe black paint in some of the screw holes. Oh, well, there you go. There's your sign. So this is the original pickguard that they probably painted to make it look like a blackguard telly, and it's not uncommon. So here are the cavities. It almost looks like it was possibly painted white at one time, because that's like the original blondish color. This looks a little bit more white, almost like a polishing compound. There's no extra screw hole or, you know, route or anything going on, so that's all great. We're still looking for the body date, which we're gonna save for last. Hopefully we score there. I wanna take a look inside of the control cavity here because, like I said, they told me this has been replaced. I mean, they were not clear. It was as if they weren't 100% sure. So I bought it with the understanding these pots are gone. So that was kind of factored in. And the forward position here doesn't work, if you remember from the last video. All right, so my first impression here is that the capacitor setup is replaced because since this was a Fender Esquire, this had a very unique capacitor setup to get that muted tone in the forward position, and then also a capacitor for the tone pot in the back. These pots are both matching and look right. So these are two 50K pots, which is what you want. I think that sounds best in a Telecaster, personally. And then if you can see with me the date codes on these, 137916. And the other one is obstructed by some solder, but it looks to be, you know, of the same year. But in reading these, 916 means 1959, 16th week. So based on that, these are the original pots. These are early 59, which that's exactly what we wanted to see here. All right, let's take a look at the bridge pickup and see if we have a body date. All right, so these pickup leads are really short, so I can't really move the pickup. But we do have that white paint again in here. So, you know, more than likely this guitar was painted white and at some point and then stripped. Bad news is we can't see what's underneath there currently, but I've been in these situations before, and I know how to carefully remove some paint to locate a body date. The pickup itself does look original. I don't know what this little silicone looking material is there, kind of protecting the wire. If you look at the pickup itself, I mean, the yarn type wiring that they used on these Tele pickups, that looks original to me. That would be hard to put back and replicate like that. So I think it's an original pickup that maybe they've added some kind of wax coating to just secure that wire. So from here, I'm going to approach this area and try to reveal this body date. So that's not what I was hoping for, but maybe we can remove it and find it. Let's see. So I'm just gonna use some 600 grit sandpaper with a little bit of water so this thing doesn't get bogged up on me, and see what we can do. The idea here is to not disturb the original finish that's underneath. Just a careful process, and I prefer to do it by sanding away. Some people could use other methods, but this takes a little longer for me, but I think you come out with a better result. Definitely coming off here. So now we are really getting somewhere with this. It's kind of at this point that you have to be careful and really focus on where you are removing paint, because you don't want to go through that original layer of paint and, you know, disturb the lacquer underneath, but also the date that we are about to uncover here. I think what I'm looking at now is some number -59, as you can see there. So this has been touch and go here for a minute. The sandpaper kind of took off all the top part of the overspray, if you want to call it. But the issue is with these, when you're working in the cavities like this, they're uneven. So there's like white paint stuck in little areas that's obstructing the my viewpoint of whatever the date is. So I'm just using a razor blade to get in here and just kind of flick off paint that's stuck in some of these crevices per se, and it's doing the job. All right, so I think I've had enough punishment for today. It's really hard on your fingers when you're in there trying to very delicately remove paint. So I think I'm done, and I'll show you guys what I've got. I can't say this for certain, but it looks like 7-59 to me. I'll let you guys be the judge on that, but that's what it looks like to me. There you have it. That is the story on the 59 Esquire. What am I gonna do from here? I'm not sure. I know the guitar needs some frets, and it kind of has a kind of plasticky polyurethane finish to it. So it would look really nice with a blonde refin, but I don't know if I want to go down that route, to be honest with you. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here. Supporting the channel really means a lot to me. So stay safe, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.